Bonjour tout le monde. Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. J'espère que vous allez bien ce matin. Just gonna check and see who's online today. Hi Madeline. Bonjour Cindy, Mila. Bonjour Alain. Hi Marjorie. Susan. Bonjour. Larissa, Laura. So happy to have you all here online with me today. Je suis très contente de vous voir ce matin. Alors, comme d'habitude, pour le pratique aujourd'hui, on a besoin d'un endroit dans la maison où on peut mettre le tapis, où on peut bouger facilement. Just make sure you set up in a spot in your home where you can lay out your mat and where you don't have to worry about knocking things over. Aussi, moi, je suis habillée dans des vêtements où je suis confortable à bouger avec. So I'm wearing comfortable clothing that I feel good moving around in, so make sure that you are as well. Et si tu connais moi et mon pratique, tu sais que j'adore pratiquer avec mes blocks. If you know me and you know my practice, you know my blocks are my best friend. I love to use them in my practice. So I can always show you how, if you have a set, bring them out. Et si vous n'avez pas des blocs aujourd'hui, c'est pas grave, c'est pas nécessaire pour le pratique. You can still do the practice if you don't have blocks, so not to worry. So today I'd like for us to begin laying down flat on our back in Shavasana. Alors aujourd'hui, on va commencer plat sur le dos dans la posture du cadavre. And if you're not able to lay flat on your back today, because you might be in your office, sitting in your chair, maybe just sit up straight and tall in your chair. Et quand on est plat sur le dos, on veut garder l'en arrière de notre camp, les omoplates et le sacrum toujours sur le tapis. Comme ça, le colonne est vraiment allongé et neutre. So we are trying our best to keep the back of our skull, our shoulder blades, and our sacrum grounded here on the mat, because when these parts of the body make contact with the mat, the spine is lengthened fully and neutral. And this is so much easier to attain while laying down flat on the floor than it is when you're sitting or standing. So take a moment just to appreciate the support. And if you're comfortable here, close your eyes, peut-être ferme les yeux et rentre à l'intérieur. Relâche ton environnement externe. As you leave behind everything external of yourself, begin to draw your awareness more and more within, starting to pick up on the little feelings and sensations on the inside. Let's begin to activate our breath. Alors, on commence à activer les respirations. So let out a really big vocal sigh through your mouth. Empty all the stale air from inside of your lungs. And then take a deep inhale through your nose. And then a big sigh through the mouth. Une autre fois, une grande inspiration par le nez. Big sigh through the mouth, let it out. Just one more. Make this your biggest inhale for the day, the month, or the week so far. Et la plus grande expiration pour la journée, la semaine ou le mois jusqu'à maintenant. And now with your lips together, take a deep inhale through your nose. Et avec les lèvres ensemble, un grand soupir par le nez. Et on va continuer à prendre les respirations par le nez. Let's continue to breathe in and out through our nose for the duration of the practice today. And let every breath inspire you. Pense à les inspirations comme une façon de créer l'espace dans le corps, les expirations comme une façon de profondir les postures et les transitions. So use your breath as a gauge to help you push a little harder, but also allow the breath to teach you, to indicate when it also may be best to scale back. Because the breath is wise, it carries so much wisdom. So pay attention to it. Let the breath guide you. Et pense à mes mots plus comme des suggestions. Parce qu'il n'y a rien que tu dois faire. Tout est optionnel. So on that note, my name is Keisha and I welcome you all to this practice. And I wish you a good one. Je vous souhaite une bonne pratique. So while we're here, Take a moment, start to wake yourself. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Trace des cercles avec les poignets, avec les chevilles. So just circling the ankles and the wrists a few times. Et n'oublie pas de faire la renverse. Don't forget to also reverse. Prochaine inspiration, on va allonger les bras au-dessus du tête. Allonge les jambes vers en avant. Stretch your body from tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. And while you stretch, take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. Rapproche les genoux aux poitrines. Grab hold of your shins, knees, or thighs. And press your low back against the mat. On va basculer le bassin d'une côté à l'autre. Et on massage le bas de dos dans le tapis. So real gently, just massaging the low back into the mat. Now keep your legs in reverse tabletop. On va garder les jambes en table à renverse et on va ouvrir les bras comme le lettre T, comme un croix ou comme une plante du cactus. So you're opening your arms wide, maybe like a cross, but if you don't have enough space, maybe bend your arms like a cactus plant. Keep head, shoulders, low back on the mat. Take a deep breath into your nose. Et sur la prochaine expiration, on descend les jambes vers la droite, les genoux flat 2 pouces au-dessus du plancher. So let your knees hover 2 inches above the right side of your mat, and then press into the mat with your shoulders. Inhale, bring the knees back up. Sur l'expiration, on descend les genoux vers la gauche, les genoux flat, ils sont suspendus 2 pouces dans l'air au-dessus du plancher. Appuyez dans les omoplates et se remonte les genoux au centre. So we're going to do this a few more times. Use your breath. On the exhale, knees come over to the right, but they hover. Use an inhale, knees back to center. Expire, on descend les genoux vers la gauche. Inspire, remonte les genoux au centre. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, back up to the middle. Exhale, over to the left. Good. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale, over to the right. Let your legs drop to the floor. On laisse les jambes à tomber au sol. Le choix de garder ton main droite au-dessus de les jambes et garde les jambes collées au sol. So if you can, take your right hand against the outer left knee or thigh. Press the knees, the thighs together. Keep them against the floor. Prends une grande inspiration pour allonger le colonne et sur l'expiration, descends ton épaule gauche au sol. So we try our best to keep the shoulders on the mat, chest shining up. And if you wish, you can rotate even further with the neck and turn your gaze to the left. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Prochaine inspiration, regarde au plafond. Appuie dans les 2 omoplates et inspire, remonte les 2 genoux au centre. Bring your knees back up. Inhale. On the exhale, let your knees now fall to the left. Maintenant, on laisse les genoux à tomber au gauche, les cuisses collées ensemble. Peut-être avec le main gauche à l'extérieur de ton cuisse genou droite. Garde les genoux à terre. Inspire, allonge. Et expire, descend pour l'épaule droite. La poitrine brille vers le haut et peut-être on peut profondeur. Regarde vers la droite. On étire le cou. Take one more breath here. Exhale. Et avec la prochaine inspiration, regarde au plafond et remonte les 2 genoux vers le sol, vers le plafond. On your next exhale, extend both legs up towards the sky. Flex your feet. Imagine que vous êtes debout sur le plafond. And keep your heels in line with your pelvis. Les talons directement au-dessus du bassin. Now, for some of us, the hamstrings and low back feel tight, and so your low back might be lifting off the mat. Alors, si vous avez besoin, gardez une flexion dans les genoux pour allonger le bas de dos et pour garder le sacrum collé sur le tapis. Take a deep breath into your nose. Keep lengthening through the spine. So head, shoulders, low back glued to the mat. Et avec une expiration, pousse les talons vers le haut. Activate the legs and kick your heels up. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Peut-être avec les bras au-dessus du tête. Maybe arms above your head. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Kick your heels up. Good. Let's release. Bring the knees to the chest. Attrape les tibias, les genoux, les cuisses. Et avec la prochaine expiration, on se lève le front aux genoux. So lift the forehead up towards your knees.
Stretch between the shoulder blades and the back of your neck. While you're here, squeeze and take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then from here, release back to the floor.
Allonge les bras, allonge les jambes. Lengthen your arms, lengthen your legs. Et sur la prochaine inspiration, on va soulever le crâne et les épaules. Lift your head, lift your shoulders. Regarde les orteils. Look at your toes. Sur la prochaine expiration, on va soulever les jambes. Lift your legs. Lift your heels about 3 or 4 inches off the mat. And you might be trembling a little bit. That's your core firing up. You're engaging muscles maybe that you haven't engaged in a long time. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right. Now on the next inhale, you're going to rise up and come into your version of both. Alors cherche ton variation du bateau. Et bateau peut être fait avec les orteils sur le tapis, avec les tibias parallèles au sol ou avec les jambes allongées droites. So you choose to keep your toes on the mat, your shins parallel, or to point your toes up towards the ceiling. Now take a deep inhale. Can you lift your heart a little higher? Sur la prochaine expiration, on descend moitié de semaine back to our half boat, Ardha Navasana. Good. Inhale, rise back up to your boat. On remonte à notre bateau. Et encore une fois, expire, redescend. 2 autres fois, just 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Dernière fois, inspire. Et expire. Take one more breath here. Inhale through your nose. Expire, relâche. Let it go. Good. Bring the knees into your chest. Another hug around your shins, your thighs. You can separate your knees if you want. Sépare les genoux si tu préfères, mais bascule le bassin d'une côté à l'autre. Massage the low back one more time. Lots of love and care for our low back. And then when you're ready, let's transition into plank. On va transitionner au planche. So you can transition any way that you know how, or you can follow me. Alors, pour transitionner, on va croiser les chevilles. On remonte, plante les mains devant, allonge les jambes vers en arrière. Plank pose, high push-up. First one of our practice. Alors, pour les planches, garde les épaules au-dessus des poignets, les talons au-dessus de les bases de les orteils, les hanches pas trop haut ni trop bas, mais vraiment entre les épaules et entre les talons. Toujours le choix de descendre sur les genoux. Let's take 2 more breaths in our planks, no matter where you are today. It's like you just want to press the earth away from you. Then at the end of your next exhale, bend your arms and lower your chest between your hands. Complètement au sol. Allonge. Point your tailbone back between your heels. Point your toes back, and press into the tops of your feet. Now take a deep inhale. Allonge. Et commence à soulever la poitrine. So lifting just your chest off the mat, your head too, with your gaze low and the shoulder blades together. Take an inhale, lift a little higher. Et expire, relâche. 2 autres fois. Inspire. Expire. One more. Inhale. Exhale. From here, bring your hips to your heels. Take child's pose. Posture de l'enfant. Rapproche le bassin au talon. Le front sur le tapis. Sur les mains, sur les poings, ou sur une bloc. And you can choose to reach your arms forward or back, whatever feels better for you. Now, in this child's pose, take a deep breath in. Feel the lengthening sensation along your spine. Et sur l'expiration, on se dégonfle, le bassin rapproche les talons, le cœur rapproche le tapis. On your next inhale, rise up into table, posture du table. On est sur les 4 pattes. Cherche une rotation au niveau des poignets, les doigts en direction aux genoux. The eyes of your elbows facing forward. Alors, les yeux les coudes sont en face à l'en avant. Press into your hands, your shins, your feet. Prochaine expiration, on rend le dos comme un chat. So as you exhale, you're rounding your back just like a cat pose. Sur l'inspiration, on arque le dos. Arching your back now for cow. So go on back and forth between the two postures at your own pace. Alors, continue à ton propre rythme. And we're linking the movement to our breath. So remember to move either with your inhale or your exhale. And you can move fast or slow. The movement can be small, it can be grand. Make it whatever you need it to be for you today. Alors après quelques fois, quand vous êtes prêt à continuer, whenever you're ready to continue, come back to neutral with your spine. Turn your fingertips back towards the front of your mat. Good. Curl your toes under, lift your hips. Chien, tête en bas, downward facing dog. Alors, c'est notre premier chien tête en bas pour notre pratique. Alors, choisissez n'importe quelle variation de cette posture que tu préfères. So there's so many different ways to do down dog. I encourage you to explore and pick the one that feels best for you. Let's say that you're not comfortable with your hands and your feet so far apart. That's fine. Bring your feet closer together. Maybe it feels really hard to reach your hands to the floor. Maybe come to your fingertips or to your blocks. Et on allonge le colonne le plus possible. Relâche le tête. Monte les hanches ou les aspillons vers le plafond. So no matter how you're down dog, no matter what it looks like, I just want you to maybe just focus more on how it feels and take 3 more breaths. One more, your biggest inhale so far. La plus grande expiration jusque maintenant. All right, so from here, walk your feet forward. On marche les pieds en avant, top of the mat. En avant du tapis, inspire et on soulève moitié du chemin avec une dos droite, parallèle au sol. Expire, relâche. We'll do this twice more. Press into your feet, inhale, find a flat back, find parallel with your mat. And then exhale, forward fold in half. One more, biggest breath yet. Inhale, lengthen. Lengthen your sit bones back. Lengthen your neck, your crown forward. And then exhale to release. Prochaine inspiration. On remonte jusqu'au debout, so keep a straight spine. And as you inhale, reach your arms up and over. Allonge. Expire, descends les mains devant la poitrine. Take a deep breath in. Good. Exhale, release arms by your side for mountain pose. Take another deep breath in. Shrug your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, release the shoulders down the back. How about one more? Dernière fois. Inspire, monte les épaules vers les oreilles. Et pour la prochaine expiration, relâche, glisse les omoplates vers le bas de dos. Realign yourself. Keep your hips stacked over your heels or your ankles. Garde les épaules directement au-dessus de les hanches. And then include your earlobes and keep your earlobes directly on top of your shoulders. Energy rises up through the crown towards the ceiling and descends down towards the floor through your heels. Let's take one more breath. Exhale. Les yeux sont fermés. On ouvre les yeux with your eyes open now. Let's take a deep breath in and circle the arms up and over. On cercle les bras vers le haut. Le choix de intercroiser les doigts pour que les index soient attrapent le poignet gauche avec la main droite. Inhale, reach up and exhale over to the right. Flexion vers le côté droit. So use your inhale to find more length along your spine. Et sur l'expiration, profondir cette flexion vers le côté. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, rise to center. Change votre prise, inspire, allonge et expire, flexion vers le côté gauche, side bend to the left. Good. So hips are moving more to the right as you pull your right arm to the left, sending your breath into the right side of the ribs. Prochaine inspiration, remonte au centre, allonge. So back to center, reach both of your arms up high. Et cette fois, on va chercher une petite flexion vers en arrière. See if you can find a small back bend here. Et n'oublie pas qu'on allonge le coccyx au sol et qu'on soulève la poitrine vers le haut. Et la flexion vers en arrière commence derrière du cœur. Inspire, expire. Now on the next inhale, we rise back up to center with both arms. Et avec une expiration, on va chercher une flexion, une torsion vers la droite. Side bend to the right. So arms come down shoulder height, palms face out, hips face forward. Et cette rotation, il commence au niveau du cache thoracique, au niveau du diaphragme. And the arms don't have to be completely opened out straight. The arms can be actually a little bit closer if it permits you to twist. So take one more breath wherever you are. Inhale, expire. Prochaine inspiration, retourne au centre et remonte les deux bras vers le haut. On s'allonge. Good. Now exhale and take your twist to the other side, lowering both arms down about shoulder height, rotating from around the ribs or the diaphragm while the hips face forward. And if you need to, the arms don't have to be perfectly open and wide. The arms can actually be a lot closer if it helps you to twist from the rib cage. So take one more breath wherever you are. Inhale, exhale. And on the inhale, return to center and sweep both of your arms back up. Small back bend if it feels right for you here. Petite flexion vers en arrière si ça fait du bien ici. Inhale, rise to center, remonte, inspire. Et expire, plonge au sol. Dive forward. Good. Inhale, flat back, on allonge. Exhale, forward fold, relâche. On sépare les pieds à la grandeur de les hanches. Et avec l'index et la doigt majeur, attrape les gros orteils. So use your peace fingers to hook onto your big toes. Bend your knees if your low back and hamstrings feel tight. Alors, inspire, on se lève la poitrine. Chest lifts forward and up, so we find length. Et avec une expiration, appuyez dans les pieds, commence à monter les ischions au plafond. Et garde le ventre sur les cuisses, la poitrine, rapproche les genoux, le front, rapproche les tibias. So again, we're trying to simply stretch the hamstrings, so make it a little less about your back and more about your legs. Take a deep breath in and a deeper breath out. À la fin de votre prochaine souffle, relâche votre prise. You can let go of your grip at the end of your exhale. Inhale, flat back, allonge. Exhale, relâche. Et cette fois, le choix de glisser les paumes sous les pas du pied. Les orteils touchent les plis de les poignets. Peut-être une flexion dans les genoux. Inspire, on se lève la poitrine, on allonge. Expire, plie en deux et commence à monter les hanches, les ischions au plafond. And as you reach your sit bones up to the sky and open up through the backs of your legs, exhale and see if you can close the gap between your forehead and your shins. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Let's remove our hands from underneath the feet carefully. On enlève les mains sous les pieds. Prochaine inspiration, on allonge. Lengthen flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Relâche. All right. Let's inhale to rise up to stand. Inspire, remonte jusqu'au debout. Grand cercle avec les bras au plafond. Expire, descend les mains devant la poitrine. Take a big breath into your nose. Lengthen up. And then exhale, release arms down by your side. Mountain. So from our mountain, let's come into eagle. Going to lift your arms forward and up. Bend your arms 90 degrees. Plie les bras 90 degrés. And squeeze the shoulder blades. On serre les omoplates au centre du dos. Now take your right arm under the left and coil your arms together. On croise les avant-bras. Prochaine inspiration, soulève les coudes, la poitrine, elbows up, chest up, inhale. Expire, asseyez-vous, have a seat. So you're sitting in your small and invisible chair. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, feel free to cross the right leg on top and around your left. Peut-être on est prêt aujourd'hui à double croiser les jambes. Peut-être les orteils derrière du mollet gauche. Don't worry if you're not ready to bring your toes behind your calf. That's okay too. Stay where it feels best for one more breath. Inhale. Expire. Descends les jambes et les bras. And then lengthen up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands in front of heart. Pour l'autre côté, allonge les bras vers en avant. Exhale, bend your arms 90 degrees, shoulder blades kiss. Croise le bras gauche sous le bras droit. Double croise les bras si c'est disponible. Et inspire, on se lève les coudes, la poitrine. Expire, asseyez-vous dans votre chaise imaginaire. Toujours le choix de rester ici. Croise ton jambe gauche autour du jambe droite. Maybe on this side, the toes can come behind the calf. Oh, for me, it does. On this side, though. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your legs tight. Take a deep breath in. And a deeper breath out. Just one more. Inhale. Exhale. On descend les bras et les jambes. Allonge. Reach up, lengthen. Exhale, hands in front of heart. Take a deep breath in, allonge. Expire, relâche. All right. So today, pour les bras aujourd'hui, on va soulever le bras droit vers le haut, plie ton bras. The right hand lands somewhere around the upper mid-back. Then, with your left arm, make sure your palm is facing back. Bend your elbow. And then allow your hand now to rise up towards the center of your upper back. And in some cases, your fingertips may connect. You might even be able to clasp your fingers. Mais dans quelques cas, on n'est pas capable à connecter les mains. Donc, on reste où est-ce qu'on est, sauf pas trop. So we don't ever want to force ourselves to go somewhere where we may not be ready to go. We give it time. So with your next breath, prochaine inspiration, pointe le coude droit au plafond. Right elbow points up, left elbow points down. Press the back of your head into your right arm and stand a little bit taller. Beautiful. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Une autre fois, inspire et expire. Good. Fully untie your arms. On descend les bras. We're going to go right to the other side. Tout de suite, l'autre côté. So now bend your left arm up and over. Bend your right arm under and up. Et peut-être sur cette côté, les doigts connectent. Peut-être pas. Maybe on this side, your fingertips connect. Maybe not. Keep your hands where they are, even if it's here. And point your left elbow up, your right elbow down. And then you're going to press the back of your head into your arm. Stand a little taller. Beautiful. Drop the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Expire. Une dernière fois. Just one more. Big breath in. Allonge. Expire. Good. Descends les bras. Undo the arms. Prochaine inspiration. On se lève les bras vers le haut. On s'allonge. Prochaine expiration. Plonge au sol. Dive to your mat. Good. Now inhale, lengthen, allonge. Expire, relâche. Good. Plant your hands on the mat or your blocks and find your down dog. Cherche ton propre chien de ton bas. Allonge les bras, les aisselles. Lengthen your sides. Lengthen your spine, your tailbone, your sit bones up. And as you lengthen up through your sit bones, allow your heart to melt towards your mat. Your gaze is between your ankles, knees, thighs, or maybe you can see your belly button. Now, wherever you are, take one more breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now, inhale, lift your right leg up. Inspire et on va monter le jambe droite au plafond. Flex your foot. Et sur la prochaine expiration, genou vers ton ventre, poitrine vers votre nez. We're going to do this 2 more times. 2 autres fois. Inspire, allonge vers le haut et vers en arrière. Expire, genou vers le ventre, poitrine ou vers votre nez. One more. Inhale, kick the right leg up and back. Exhale, swing the right knee forward, belly, chest, or nose. And then step your right foot right through your hands or your thumbs. Drop the left heel. Descends le talon gauche. We're rising into warrior 1. Alors, pour guerrier 1, reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in. Lift your heart to the sky. And then exhale, sink your hips towards the earth. Garde votre genou droit au-dessus du cheville droite. Et n'oublie pas de raciner dans les 2 pieds, incluant le pied à l'arrière. Good. Bend your arms. Lay one hand on top of the other at the center of your upper back. And then squeeze the arm close to your head. Pretend your arms are like a nutcracker and your head is the nut. Squeeze. Point the elbows up. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. Prochaine inspiration, allonge les bras vers le haut. Prochaine expiration, guerrier 2, warrior 2, exhale. Alors, dans votre guerrier 2, genou droit au-dessus du cheville droite. Again, both feet rooting you into the mat, hips sinking low. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, turn your gaze towards your right hand. Gaze towards your middle finger or beyond. Take a deep breath in and an even deeper breath out. From here, reverse your warrior. Turn your right palm to the sky. Reach the right arm up and back. Descends la main gauche sur le jambe à l'arrière. On ouvre le côté droit de notre corps. So take a big breath in and give the right side of your body a nice yawn. Then on the inhale, we rise back to our warrior 2. Exhale, triangle, triangle. You can modify it by bending your right knee, elbow on top. Ou pour un plus gros défi, allonge le jambe droite, allonge le bras droit, garde ton main sur votre tibia, sur une bloc ou sur le tapis. Wherever you are in this posture, take an inhale, reach up and lean back. One more breath, inhale. Expire. Prochaine inspiration, on remonte, guerrier 2. Rise back to your warrior 2. Inhale. Expire comme un moulin. On plante les mains vers en avant. Step the right foot back. Find your plank pose, your high push-up. Et expire, descend. Lower. Exhale. Good. Point your toes back. Ancre en avant du bassin dans le tapis. Good. Keep those arms locked by your sides. And inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Et on passe par les genoux. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push up. Tête en bas. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Find your breath. Inhale. Par le nez, expire. On s'en va vers l'autre côté, so for the other side. Inspire, lève le jambe gauche. Left leg rises up. Exhale, left knee to belly, chest or nose. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Dernière fois. Inspire. Expire. Regarde devant entre les mains et prends un grand marche devant. Descends le talon droit. Quand vous êtes prêts, on se lève pour guerrier 1. Warrior 1. Rise up. Okay, ground through the corners of your feet. and sink your hips below. Inspire, on se lève avec le sternum. Expire. Just one more breath. Inhale. Exhale everything out. Good. Bend your arms, hands behind your head. Excuse me, behind your upper back. Alors, imagine que on veut garder les bras, mais imagine, garde les bras proches du crâne, pointe les coudes au plafond et peut-être descend un peu plus bas. Dernière fois, inspire. Prochaine expiration. Guerrier 2, Warrior 2 with your next exhale. So arms are about shoulder height. Reposition the feet if you need to and sink your hips a bit low. Take a big breath in, lift your chest. Exhale it out. One more. Inspire. Expire. On renverse. Tourne le paume gauche au plafond et on soulève le bras gauche au plafond, main droite sur le jambe à l'en arrière. And it's like we're now giving the left side of our body a little bit of a yawn. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath here. Et sur la prochaine inspiration, remonte au centre. Guerrier 2. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale into your version of triangle. Alors, prends variation de triangle. So you can modify left knee bent or extended with a straight leg, straight arm to your shin, the mat, or a block. Now, no matter where you are, n'importe où parce que vous êtes dans cette posture, inhale, reach up and lean back. Yeah, just go deeper, en profondeur. Alors, on tire vers le haut, et à la même fois, recule les épaules plus vers en arrière. Laura, can you lean back just a little bit more as if your back was right up against the wall behind you? Yes. Take one more breath. Inhale. Expire. Et on remonte avec une inspiration. Rise up. Inhale. Good. Exhale it out. Now, take a deep breath in. Et avec une expiration comme un moulin, descends les mains vers en avant. Prends une marche vers en arrière pour planche. Find your plank. And exhale, we lower. Squeeze the back body towards the center. Inhale, lengthen to lift. Exhale, descend. On passe par les genoux. Use your knees if you need to. Exhale to push up. Downward facing dog. Chien tête en bas. 3 cycles de respiration. Take 3 breath cycles here. Inhale. Expire. Again, inhale. Exhale. All right, so from here, let's lift the right leg up. On va monter le jambe droite vers le haut. Exhale, genou vers le ventre, poitrine ou nez. Regarde devant et prends une grande marche entre les deux mains. Okay, this time keep the left heel high. Cette fois, on va garder le talon gauche haut. And with an inhale, we rise up into our high lunge. Good, bend your knee, maybe sit a little lower. Find more space in the hips, squeeze your left glute. Take one more breath, inhale, reach up. Good, on the next exhale, back to warrior 2, guerrier 2. Straighten your right leg, allonge le jambe droite. Pivote le pied droit vers la gauche. And let's bring our arms behind the back, les mains derrière du dos. So a few options, quelques options. On peut toujours garder les mains ici sur le sacrum ou faire des poings et garder les 2 poings ensemble. You can go even deeper if the shoulders permit you to. Pour profondir, le choix de peut-être attraper les poignets, les avant-bras ou les coudes. Or if it's available for you today, bring your hands into prayer and hold them behind your back, fingertips right up the center of your back. Now, no matter what version, dans n'importe quelle variation, we squeeze the shoulder blades to open the chest. Serre les omoplates au centre du dos et ouvre la poitrine. Et avec une autre inspiration, on lève la poitrine et on allonge. Lift your chest, lengthen up. Inhale. Good. Now with an exhale, forward fold. Cherche une flexion vers en avant. Now with our arms behind the back is kind of forced to stay straight. So you lower to any degree and make sure it feels good on your body. And then breathe. Deux autres fois. Inspire. Et à la fin de votre dernier souffle, prends une grande inspiration, remonte jusqu'au debout, all the way back up to standing. Inhale. On défait les bras, expire. All right. Now from here, I'm going to turn to face you. From here, turn your heels in, your toes out. Les talons vers l'intérieur, les orteils vers l'extérieur. And let's come into goddess pose, arms up. Exhale, bend your arms and legs, sit low. Some people also like to call this horse stance. So I guess it's because it's like, this is how you feel like when you're on a horse, right? So try to sit a little taller, right? So that we integrate the core and we allow the core to hold us up. And then with all of that length, all of that lift, exhale, see if you can sink your hips down just a little more and take one more breath. Prochaine inspiration. Allonge les jambes et les bras. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. Descends les mains sur les hanches. Good. On va tourner les orteils vers en avant. We're going to turn our toes back towards the front. Oh, excuse me, to the back, vers l'en arrière. Je m'excuse. On s'en va vers l'autre côté. We're doing the other side. So legs right away are set up for pyramid. Les jambes sont déjà prêtes pour pyramide. So keep your hips and chest facing the back and take a deep breath in, lift your heart, look up. And then exhale with a straight back, we forward fold again. Come half of the way. Dos parallèle au sol. Et allonge les ischions vers en arrière. Allonge votre couronne vers en avant. Press into the corners of your feet. Take another deep breath in. Et sur la prochaine expiration, si ça fait du bien, relâche. Descends les mains, les bras, le front. So only if it makes sense in your body, release. Lower hands, drop the head, and make it a little more passive. And now inhale, lengthen up, lift your head, allonge. And step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Chien tête en bas, en face à l'en arrière. So doing our down dog in the opposite direction now. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your nose. Prochaine inspiration, planche. Find your plank pose on your next inhale. Et sur la prochaine expiration, descend. Squeeze the back body, and on the next inhale, lift your heart off the mat. Passe par les genoux si vous avez besoin. Exhale, push up. Chien tête en bas. Take a big breath in. Par le nez, on expire. Let's take the sequence to the other side. Alors pour l'autre côté, inspire, monte le jambe gauche vers le haut. Expire, genou vers votre ventre, poitrine ou vers votre nez. Et regarde devant. Step your left foot through your hands. Keep the back heel lifted, and on your next breath, inhale, rise up, high lunge. Alors, dans cette lunge, garde une bassin neutre et bascule le bassin vers en avant. Squeeze the glutes on your right side, and then see if there's more space to sink your hips lower. And as you sink lower, reach higher. Like you're trying to stretch yourself like a rubber band, moving the body in opposition. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. With your next exhale, prochaine expiration, on prend guerrier 2, warrior 2. Take one more breath. Inhale. Expire. Allonge le jambe gauche. Pivote les orteils vers l'intérieur. Et encore une fois, les bras derrière du dos. So again, arms behind your back. Soit qu'on garde les mains un sur l'autre sur le sacrum, soit qu'on garde les poings ensemble derrière du dos. Or if your shoulders are more open and it permits you to hold your wrists, forearms, elbows, or palms in prayer. So many options. Pick and choose from what feels best. Pour la prochaine inspiration, on ouvre la poitrine. So if you're in prayer hands, squeeze the heels of your palms together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then inhale, lift your heart. Look up. Avec une dos droite, so with a straight back on the exhale, we forward fold, flexion vers en avant. And you could fold to any degree, but keep the back straight. And then move with your breath. Bouge avec les respirations. Stay for 3 more. Maintenant, à la fin de votre dernier souffle, when you get to the end of your next exhale, use an inhale to slowly bring yourself all the way up. Et expire. On défait les bras, so release your arms, hands on your waist. Puis, je m'excuse, pivote les talons vers l'intérieur, les orteils vers l'extérieur. So heels go in, toes go out. I'm going to turn to face you. Reach your arms up. And exhale, goddess pose. Sit low. Les genoux sont directement au-dessus de les chevilles. We're trying to bend and keep our legs about 90 degrees. Arms 90 degrees too, with shoulder blades kissing. Take a deep breath in. And maybe sit lower on the exhale. Smile, because it's less stressful than a frown. And then press into both feet. Inhale, straighten the arms and the legs. Reach up, maybe look up. Good, and then exhale, hands to your heart. Hands to your hips. Good. Pivot your toes towards the top of your mat. And pivot vers en avant du tapis. Here we are in our pyramid. So you can keep your hands here on your waist if you like. You can bring your hands behind your back again if you like. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest, look up, allonge. And then exhale, forward fold, le dos parallèle au sol. So pause here when your spine is parallel to the floor. Faut être sûr que les hanches restent carrées avec l'en avant. If you need to, right hip goes back, left hip goes forward. Appuyez dans les coins de les pieds, réveillez les arcs dans les pieds. Take one more breath, inhale. And then if it feels right, exhale, relâche. Relâche le tête, les bras. On devient beaucoup plus passive. And we're just breathing into whatever it is that we're feeling. Now on the next inhale, lift your head. Rise up halfway. Slide the right leg back. Find your plank pose, planche. On the exhale, we lower. Sur l'inspiration, on soulève avec la poitrine. Et sur la prochaine expiration, posture de l'enfant. Let's take child's pose. Sink your hips back and down to your heels. You give your hips a really nice stretch. Sometimes I like to just kind of wiggle my hips from side to side. Helps me get deep into my hip joint. Sometimes it's also nice just to be still, so you can do what you want. So long as you're doing it with compassion and kindness, you're doing it with breath. Let's take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And from here, rise up tabletop, remonte les quatre pattes, posture du table. Bring your knees under your hips, les genoux sous les hanches. And today what we're going to do is just come into a little bit of a shoulder release. On va relâcher le tension dans les épaules. So you're going to lower to your forearms, descendre sur les avant-bras. Bring your hands to prayer. Les mains, ils sont en prière. Lower your forehead to the mat. Descends le front sur le tapis. Imagine you're kind of like in a child's pose. But lift your sit bones up towards the ceiling. On monte les ischions au plafond. The lower back is arched. The belly is sitting on the sides. Actually, the upper back is arched and the belly sits on the side. We call this puppy dog pose. Now, if you want more out of this, especially for your shoulders, see if you can bend your elbows, keep your hands in prayer, hands right above the nape of your neck, elbows close to your skull. So instead of pressing to your hands, you're pressing to your elbows. Inhale, exhale. And if ever you have time to spend in this posture, you can always explore deeper variations when you're ready. Sometimes I like to bring my elbows on top of blocks, right? So elevating the elbows, forcing me to lower a little bit more for a bigger opening in the shoulders. So when you have extra time, maybe set yourself up here and just hang out for a couple of minutes. Take one more breath. Et à la fin de votre dernier souffle, prenez votre temps, redescend les mains, slowly lower back down to your hands, maybe lower it from off of your blocks. And then slowly slide forward and down onto your belly. Rise to the forearms and come to Sphinx. Alors, dans Sphinx, les coudes restent sous les épaules, mais pour quelques-uns de nous, peut-être les coudes sont plus vers en avant. Ça dépend comment tu sens au niveau du bas du dos. So for most of us, our elbows are right here under the shoulders, but depending on how you feel, you might want to move your elbows up so that there's less pressure on your lower back. And then it's up to you. You can keep your feet together for something more active, or you can keep your feet apart for something a little more restorative. And we traction the elbows back so we can lift the heart forward and up. Alors, énergétiquement, on tire les coudes vers les hanches pour soulever la poitrine vers en avant. On veut que la poitrine brille vers en avant. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Et tu peux toujours rester ici. You can always stay here. If you want to go deeper, push into your palms and fingers. Exhale, straighten your arms. So the back bend grows a little bit deeper. So keep lengthening. Lengthen the tailbone back, lengthen your crown forward or up. Et si vous voulez profondeur encore plus, if you want to explore and go a little bit deeper today, maybe bend your knees, heels towards your bum. On tire les talons vers la face. Pour moi, ça me permet à allonger le bas de dos encore plus. So for me personally, this helps me to find even more length in my lower back. So take two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inspire. Expire. Prochaine inspiration, lentement redescend les jambes. And then as you exhale, slowly lower belly, ribs, chest. Stack your hands, forehead on top. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh through the nose. And just for a little final stretch in our shoulders, pour une dernière petit étirement au niveau des épaules, on va bouger notre corps plus vers la côté gauche de notre tapis. So just move your body more to the left edge of your mat. Et allonge le bras droit vers le côté, le paume sur le plancher. Bring your right ear or cheek to the mat and place your left hand right next to the ribs as if your left arm is in chaturanga. All right, push into your left hand, roll onto your right side. Alors, on est complètement sur le côté droit. So the side of your head, your right shoulder, your right hip, all against the floor. Et on peut toujours rester ici. You could stay right here if this is enough for you today. On étire la épaule droite. We're stretching the right shoulder. If you want more out of this posture, pour étirer encore plus, allonge le jambe gauche vers le coin, côté droit à l'en arrière de votre tapis, dépose les orteils. So you're extending the left leg towards the back right corner of your mat, toes resting on the floor. Option to stay here and breathe, or to go even deeper, bend your left knee so the left knee points up and bring the sole of your left foot behind your right thigh. Take a deep breath in and exhale, maybe deepen this rotation, deepen the stretch in the right shoulder. Option to also bring your left arm behind your lower back to encourage a greater opening in the chest. Stay for 2 more breaths. And if your head doesn't sit comfortably on the mat, rest your head on a pillow or a block. Et à la fin de ton prochain souffle, on défait le posture. Donc, le main gauche devant la poitrine. Allonge le jambe gauche en arrière, rapproche les pieds et lentement retourne sur le ventre. Relâche le bras droit. You can feel the blood rushing back into your right arm. Really nice shoulder release. So let's make sure we do the other side. L'autre côté, shift your body to the right. On bouge le corps maintenant plus vers le côté droit. Allonge le bras gauche vers le côté, tombe sur le plancher, ton oreille gauche sur le tapis. Sur la prochaine, le main droite à côté du corps thoracique, bras en chaturanga. Et on expire, on roule sur le côté gauche. So as you exhale, roll to your left side now. Shoulders stacked, hips stacked, feet against one on top of one another. Le choix de rester ici. If your head's not comfortable here, you rest your head on a block or a pillow. Profondir si vous voulez et allonge le jambe droite vers le coin, côté à l'en arrière, côté gauche de notre tapis, les orteils à terre. You want to go deeper, then bend your right knee, point your right kneecap to the ceiling and plant your right foot behind your left thigh. And for greater opening in the chest, either press into your right palm, open the chest, or bring your right arm behind your lower back. Peel the right side of your chest open. 3 breaths here. Et quand vous êtes prête, whenever you're ready to come out, take your time, prenez votre temps, and come out the same way that you came in, right hand in front of your chest. Lengthen the right leg and bring the feet together. Lentement, retourne sur le ventre, relâche le bras gauche. Take a breath or 2 here. Feel the blood rushing back into your left arm, all the way down to your fingers. Et quand vous êtes prête, when you're ready, when you're truly ready, roll over onto your back for our final resting pose, Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable. Quand vous êtes bien installé, vous êtes confortable, reste tranquille et immobile. Try and become really still now in the mind, but also physically. Except for the obvious movement of your breath. Breath is indicative of life. So when we're breathing, we're living. And breath is also what helps keep us present so that we're not dwelling in our sorrows, things from the past, and we're not becoming anxious about what's to come. We're just enjoying the moment. So drink in all the possibilities and let go of what no longer serves. C'est juste toi et tes souffles. Remarque comment tu sens. Notice how you feel, and hopefully you're feeling better now compared to when we first began our practice today. Take a big breath in. Expire. And when you exhale, leave whatever stresses you behind here on the mat. And take with you all the positive vibes that we cultivated here on the mat over the hour. Take it with you into the rest of your day, your week. Prenez un moment ici et n'oublie pas de vous remercier toi-même pour tous les efforts sur le tapis. So take a moment to thank yourself for your efforts here on the mat today. You carved out this time just for you, especially if you have a busy schedule. So thank yourself for that gift of time. And when we're ready, seulement quand vous êtes prête, you take your time, you get up slowly, and you continue on with the rest of your day. Alors, je vous souhaite une bonne reste du semaine. Merci beaucoup pour votre présence. Namaste. So get up when you're good and ready. And again, thank you. Thank you for showing me your beautiful practice. I felt those vibes here today. I hope you did too. Really good, really positive. Good work. Bon travail, tout le monde. Je vois comment tu travailles. Vraiment fort. I appreciate all the effort. I appreciate just watching you. And I appreciate your faces afterwards. We all have the same kind of expression of just, I don't know, glee or coming off that yoga high. So thank you again. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Je vous souhaite une bonne reste de journée. Et on se voit à la semaine prochaine. Ben, pas la semaine prochaine, jeudi prochaine. I'll see you next Thursday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.